Hi guys, this is the video for Wednesday, May 6th. So the first thing you need to work on is this chapters 1 through 4 test. If you did the review game in last Thursday's folder, it was like the Google Slides that was a little map and it had questions in it. It's mostly those questions. So I would just go back through and look those over if you feel like you need to study some more. And then once you're done with that, you're going to open up this Hobbit map assignment. So this and the stages of the hero's journey Google Doc, both of these things are things that you're going to work on once a week as you're reading the novel until the end. So you won't be able to do this whole thing now, just like you shouldn't have been able to last week fill out that whole hero's journey thing because it's the entire novel that we're working on. We're just going to work on it little bits at a time. So open the doc below, it will automatically make a copy. You don't have to click file and make a copy anymore. Fill out the table as you read the rest of The Hobbit, and then use the information you collect to make a map. Due at the end of the unit. There will be directions later about creating and turning in your map. So don't worry about this right now. You're not turning anything in today. So once you open this, it'll ask you to make a copy. And then you click make a copy. So this and the stages of the hero's journey, I'm going to be talking about in the next couple weeks. They'll both just stay in your Google Drive like all of the other docs that you make copies of, and you'll just check on them periodically. So for your final project, you're going to create a map that documents the party's journey. The map should include the following landmarks. So with this, you can make a map online. You can make a handmade map. Really, whatever you want to do. You could try to do like a diorama or something fun with like anything you have at home. As long as it has these landmarks and a couple other requirements, then really just be creative with this and figure out what you have at home and what you can use to make this. So the landmarks you need to include are Bilbo's Hobbit Hill, the Green Dragon Inn, the Troll's Lair, Elrond's last homely house, the Misty Mountains, so Gollum's Lake and the Goblin's Tunnels, the Meeting with the Wolves, Bjorn's house, the Mirkwood Forest where the spiders attacked, and the Woodland Elves Castle, the Forest and Long Lake, Lake Town, and the Lonely Mountain. For each destination, you should attach a short note. This can be done as like a map legend, which is again something we'll talk about later too. Explaining what significant event occurred at this location. Use as much color and detail as possible, as this will help the story come alive. So this is going to be a 60-point project. And again, this is pretty much the only thing besides that stages of the hero's journey that you're doing, other than taking the reading quizzes and playing the games and stuff. So you need to meet all criteria. That means all locations are clearly and accurately included. You have the significance of the locations explained, so detail, grammar, things like that. And you get 10 points for just being organized and you being as creative as you possibly can. I will prompt you to work on this each week, but feel free to check in on this planning sheet after each chapter and start working on your final project as soon as you want. Be creative with this assignment. Don't worry too much about the actual locations. As long as all the major points are included in a logical manner, your maps will turn out well. So there is no right answer about where to put all the things on your map. It doesn't matter as long as you don't have point A, point B, point C. As long as it kind of flows and it makes sense, you're good. And it'll be due on June 4th, so the last day of school. So if you scroll down in here, you have each of the locations is over on the left. The description from the text, so include quotation marks and page citations. So you would go and find the first page of chapter 1 describes Bilbo's Hobbit Hole. And the importance of the location. So in your own words, what happened here? So quotes in your own words. I know, I'm sorry. So we'll work on this periodically throughout the next couple weeks. So I would just go through and see which of these locations is familiar to you and go back through the chapters and start filling things in. And that is all. Okay, bye.